Okay, everyone, welcome to our awesome night of inspiration. Okay, that is the whole point of this tonight, is just to be inspired, to hear awesome stories of folks here in Mid, Missouri that are on their health journey. They made a huge difference in their lives and with their health. And it's just nice to know who you're surrounded by. You know what I mean? Like who's around you, who's actually changing their life for real. So I'm really excited. We chose some awesome people to share their story tonight to inspire. So let me pull up my PowerPoint real quick. I made a little one for us. Okay. Hopefully everybody can see it. Okay. Okay, someone give me a thumbs up if you can see my PowerPoint. Can you guys see it? Okay, great. Okay, so basically, yes, what we want to do tonight is inspire you to transform your life, okay? And we have a lot of different people online tonight. We've got folks on that are currently working on their health journey, okay? They're already working on it, so they're using tonight to help keep them going on their health journey. Like I know for me, being a health coach, I love watching what everybody else is doing because it keeps the fire in my soul, okay? We also have folks on tonight that have no idea who we are or what we do. Maybe you saw this post on Facebook and you're like, yeah, I'll check this out. So we're going to go over a little bit about who we are. And then we have some people on tonight that may be wondering, who are these health coaches? Like, what do these health coaches even do? Maybe I'm interested in finding out about more about that and what they do. So anyway, so that is what we are going to do tonight, is kind of give you a rundown of who we are, and then we're going to hear some awesome stories, okay? Alrighty. So a little bit about me. My name is Laura Sigworth. I am a certified health coach, and I've been a full-time health coach now for 4 years, and I love it. This picture just displays me and my own health transformation that I went through. I'll share a little bit more about that later, but I have lost 50 pounds myself. I am a wife to Derek Sigworth, who's assistant director at Hy-Vee, and then I've got 3 little boys that are 5, 3, and 1. Okay, so let's just say life in the Sigworth house is a little crazy at times, but this just shows you a little bit about me. And our other host tonight, we have May, who's going to be sharing her awesome story. We've got Kara. She's also a mom of 3 little ones. She's going to be sharing her story. We've got Sean, who's lost over 100 pounds. Look at him. He just looks amazing. He's going to be sharing his story as well. April, Caroline, and Julie. So those are our guest speakers tonight, and I can't wait to hear their stories again. And you guys will all be touched, trust me, and you'll just love it. But a little bit about who we are. You're probably wondering, well, who are you guys? What is all this about? So we are Take Shape for Life, and soon to be what's called Optavia. That is going to be our new brand. Optavia means optimal way, okay? Because our mission as health coaches is to really go into people's lives and help bring them optimal well-being, okay? We like to call ourselves agents of transformation. But when I'm talking about transformation, it's not just physical. Yes, you saw those people's pictures, and they look physically awesome, but really what's transforming is up here. Okay, that's what's really transforming is up here, and what their attitude, their lifestyle, how they go about their day. I mean, that is really what's changing in their heart. Okay, so as coaches, that's what we do. We find those that are looking for a change, that are looking for a better life, that want their life to be more fulfilled. Because with our society today and the way it is, I mean, it is littered with like awful solutions. There's like so many different things out there to help you change your life, and they don't work. And so people can feel powerless, when it comes to changing physically and mentally and financially. So what we do as health coaches is, when someone walks into their life, if someone walks into my life and they say, hey, I just want to live a better life. I just need a better life. then what I do is really get to know them. Why is it important? What are they looking for? Why is that important to them? What's that mean to them? If they could close their eyes and dream of the perfect life, what would that look like to them? And that's what we do, is we evaluate it and we say, okay, these are the things we're going to tweak, and this is how we're going to help you change your life, one step at a time. All right? So that's what we do. And that goes into the trilogy of optimal health. So everyone on tonight has a trilogy, okay? And what that means is you can kind of imagine or think of yourself as a three-legged stool, all right? You've got your healthy body that you need to have, your healthy mind, and healthy finances, okay? Now let me give you an example of what I mean by that. So I could be a girl that looks just fantastic. You know, physically, you know, maybe I have a six-pack, I got big muscles, whatever. I just look great. But behind closed doors, I could be dealing with depression. Maybe I'm dealing with anxiety, stress. I'm not getting any sleep. Maybe financially I'm strapped. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and my life is just a mess. Yeah, I may have a rocking body, but my other life is, the rest of my life is a mess. Or sometimes people come along that life is great. Great job, great income, you know, they're happy, but they could be severely obese and on several medications. And it's like, well, what do you have going for you if you don't have your health first? And so that's why the whole entire trilogy, each part is just as important as the other. Because with your three-legged stool, if you knocked out one leg, you wouldn't stand, right? So as health coaches, that's what we focus on, is your trilogy. You know, how can we come in and help you balance your trilogy? Now, let's talk a little bit about my trilogy real quick. My life on the left, as you can see, was after my first son, with little Darian there. And I was definitely 50 pounds overweight. At that time in my life, I used to be full-time. I was an architectural engineer. I was working 60 hours a week. I not only was I working 60 hours a week at a desk job, but when I wasn't in my office, I was traveling. I had to travel every other week. So I had to leave that little guy when he was 4 months old. I had to travel out of state, so I wasn't getting any sleep. I had deadlines like crazy. I was stressed out to the max, and because of that, I was, you know, stuffing my face, overeating. I was like grabbing fast food, Chinese takeout, and you know, I didn't have any time to exercise. I mean, long story short, my life was just a mess. Okay, I was crabby, irritable, very critical. I was just in a negative place in my life. So, Take Shape for Life came into my life. You know, my health coach came into my life and helped change it. And here 4 years later, I have lost 50 pounds, yes. But not only that, you know, I'm just gained a healthy lifestyle, working on one thing at a time. And now I'm blessed with 3 little boys that definitely keep me active and going. And my husband's lost 25 pounds himself as well. And so we're both just striving to live better lives as parents, as healthy parents, with better habits, you know, doing active things with our kids, you know, and just fulfilling our own trilogy. So now I'm not in the office anymore. I've got my balance. I've got time with my boys every day. Actually, my finances are better. Like, you think, oh, she's an engineer, she's like rolling in the dough. Actually, no. No. Now that I've been health coaching for 4 years, and this is my passion, my income has actually tripled since I've been health coaching. So I was able to change my trilogy. I was actually blessed that Take Shape for Life came into my life and pulled me out of that rut I was living in and helped me fulfill that. Okay, and so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So when it comes to working on your healthy body portion of your trilogy, hopefully you've got a pen and paper with you right now. If you don't, grab one real quick. But if you were to think to yourself right now about your own healthy body, physical health, okay, and you were to rate your healthy body on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate your body? What, 10 being the best? All right. So when I say healthy body, I'm talking about healthy weight, you know, exercising, having good sleep, eating well, you know, all of those things. So write that score down on your piece of paper where you sit right now, wherever you're at on your journey. Okay. And what we do to really work on your healthy body is yes, we evaluate all this list of things. You know, where's your healthy weight? You know, do you have like 10 pounds of fluff to lose, 20 pounds, 50 pounds like myself? Some folks want to lose over 100 pounds. You know, what would be a healthy weight for you? Or maybe you're at your healthy weight already. Maybe you're like, you know, I'm at a good place, but maybe I just don't feel good. And maybe I'm just not eating right. I've had people come to me and they're like, I'm just not eating good. I'm just eating junk. I'm kind of the skinny fat, you know, like I might be thin, but I'm just not eating good. Healthy motion, exercise, just moving. When I say healthy motion, I'm just talking about moving. It could be doing different things at the office just to help you be active. It could be going for walks, you know, and we help you with that. Healthy sleep. What's your sleep look like? You know, are you getting at least 7 to 8 hours per night? You know, if you are, what's the quality of your sleep? Are you waking up well rested? Are you feeling like you have to nap all the time? You know, what is that like for you? And stress reduction. A lot of people are dealing with stress. And I tell you what, stress can be a little demon. It can cause you to overeat. It can cause you, I mean, it used to cause me to overeat. I just give up at the end of the day and stuff my face. So that's what we work on when it comes to your healthy body, okay? And getting that good physical health. And then not only get that good physical health, but the things that matter, like your blood work. I just got my blood work done this morning. I was so pumped to see my results. And that's what matters is your health, okay? That's what matters in the long run, all right? So when it comes to working on your healthy body, you're given 4 components. And this is so cool because you have it all. You've got this like little toolbox and you have 4 tools in there. You have your health coach. Oh, hold on here. You have your health coach, which is number 1, definitely my favorite component. You also have our Habits of Health system, okay? And I'll explain what that means. We have a wonderful community. I mean, look at everybody on here tonight, like cheering each other on. Isn't that cool? We have just a great, fun community. We're all real. And then we have our meal planning, okay, to make sure you're getting really good nutrition because it's all about your nutrition, all right? So let's talk about the 4 components as we share our awesome stories. So the first component, like I said, is your health coach, all right? The whole purpose of a health coach is just to have a new best friend, a new cheerleader, just someone in your life to keep you accountable for yourself, all right? And it feels good. When it comes to getting healthier, it's really tough to do it on your own. It was for me. I could never make it more than a couple days, and then I was off the wagon again. So having a health coach there who knows what your goals are, what's important to you, and they're human. Okay, I love to be able to connect with someone who, you know, maybe I did have a rough day and I was struggling. I just felt like stuff in my face or whatever. It felt nice to connect to someone who had been there, done that. They've been through their own struggles. I mean, I'm coaching for 4 years and I still have my days, even still. So, and I'll talk to my own clients about my own bumps in the road. So we're all in this together, okay? And that's the purpose of having that health coach. Now, our first story tonight is May. And I really want her to share with us how her life has changed. Not only being on program, but, you know, she connected with her good friend Michelle as her coach to help walk her through her journey. And so she's going to share her story tonight on how things have really changed for her. May, are you with us? You have to unmute yourself, or I can if you got it? Okay, hold on. I'll unmute you. Okay, you're on, May.
Okay. Hi, everybody. As Laura said, my name is May. I did reconnect with someone I had worked with in the past. Let me say I was in the military for 26 years, and I retired last September. So 26 years is a long time. I've always struggled with weight here and there, and once I retired from the military, I did not have anyone looking over my shoulder or putting me on a scale every 6 months to see if you met the standards for Army fitness. So I kind of fell off in a really deep way. And when I could eat whatever I wanted, I did. And I did that for a long while. Well, I ran into Michelle, and I noticed that she was looking so good and so healthy, and she just sounded so positive. So we reconnected through Facebook and started talking, and she began to explain to me how she was helped by being coached herself. I've been on the program for a little less than 90 days. And again, like I said, once I retired, I started to make some really poor choices and really struggle. I had decided that I was taking a year off because I am getting ready to start nursing school. Well, I kind of hit that all-time deep dark place, and I honestly didn't know how I was going to be able to care for other people if I couldn't care for myself first. So that's kind of where I started my journey. And the program has made it wonderful. I don't get just supported by my health coach. I get supported by anybody in the group. I'm always getting positive feedback or just sharing stories. And it's just really a positive thing. I could not have gotten where I am so far without this family that we have. So that's, for someone who's only been on the program for 90 days, there's not a whole lot to tell. But I can tell you that I've probably had more non-scale victories than I have had scale victories. And those are the ones that I really, really love. Like I said, I'm getting ready to start nursing school in about 2 weeks now. So we had our orientation and they fitted us for scrubs, and I was the last person who was able to get scrubs that fit. And it was really tough. And they were a size 2X. I was wearing a 2X scrub. And I had only been on program maybe 2 weeks. And I said, but that's okay, because I know that these are not going to fit forever. These scrubs will not fit me forever, I promise. Well, tax-free weekend, I just went and bought scrubs that are smaller, because those scrubs they fitted me with do not fit, which is amazing. I've done 2 closet purges, and I go shopping in my closet all the time, and some of the things I'm shopping in my closet for, I'm finding are too big. And I'm passing those along to actually my sister, who's also a member of our group. And then the big thing for me was the other day I was just, wandering around the house, and my 21-year-old daughter, who does live with us, looked at me, and all of a sudden she said, I didn't realize how thin you were until just right now. I said, well, thank you. I'm far from thin, and I have about 50 pounds left to go. So I'm far from thin, but I'm so much better than I was 90 days ago. And that's what it's all about.
That's awesome. Congratulations, May.
Thank you.
Big round of applause for you. That's incredible. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for asking me tonight.
You're welcome. Thanks. Okay, so let's keep moving forward. I love her story. It's very inspiring, and I just love hearing all of these. Okay, so let me get this back up and going. But yes, the health coach, just having, like she was saying, just having that person there, it just makes a world of a difference. It just does. So our next component is the Habits of Health system, okay? And what this is basically just a tool to help educate you, okay? Because all of us, yes, we can lose weight, we can do these diets and all that stuff, but in the long run, nothing is going to change in your life unless you change up here, okay? Your mindset, your habits, the way you live your life each day. If you can really work on this, just little steps at a time, then man, you can just conquer your health journey and your whole entire transformation. So what we do is connect with you and figure out, okay, what's your best way to educate? Like, do you like reading a book? Do you like getting a daily email? Do you like watching videos? What's your way and what works with you and your lifestyle to really help you work on your educational piece? Because I was just talking to someone about this earlier, that it's kind of like a school course. When it comes to taking on your transformation, you can kind of think of it as a school course. I mean, you can't go into a class and pass it, just going there and sitting there. You got to go to class. You have to study. You have to, turn in your homework. You have to be all in to get an A. And it's the same thing with working on your health journey, okay? You want to be all in and use and take advantage of all the tools that are available to you. So, talking about that. So the next story I really want to share tonight is Kara. She is awesome. She's become a great friend of mine. She also, as you can see, is a mom of 3 little ones. And so what she is going to do is share with you how she has changed her life with program entirely. Not just doing the program, but, working on her habits of health. So, Kara, I'm going to unmute you here. All right. You're ready to rock and roll, girl.
All right. Hi. I hope everybody can hear me. Sorry if the noise in the background is a little loud.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. My kiddos are in there, so I don't want to be distracting at bedtime. I'm Kara. I started on program in October of last year. Basically, like Laura said, I have 3 kids. I have a 5-year-old, a 3.5-year-old, and a 1.5-year-old. And they are crazy. They're fun, but life is crazy. My husband and I both work full time. He is a detective, so he is working a lot. And we never know when he's going to be home. So dinner was always, whatever you throw together, kiddo food, just whatever. So with us, we kind of we got tired of being tired, and we'd get home from work and we were too exhausted to play with our kids. And, we were not patient with them. We snapped at them. It just wasn't very fair for them. So Laura had posted a picture that caught my attention. It was a midsection of a woman that was very similar to mine. And it just caught my attention because it was a matter of a 2-month difference. And I thought, I wonder what that's all about. So I reached out and we talked, and my husband and I both decided to get on program late October. And both of us did fantastic. It's such an easy program to follow logistically. I mean, it's all laid out for you. It also is difficult because, everybody around you is indulging in the things that, that are unhealthy. And so that's what makes it difficult. But we jumped on in full force and did really well right through Thanksgiving, right through Christmas, which was so hard. But we figured, if we can get through that, we can get through anything. So the biggest thing for me, I guess I can say I was on 12 weeks and lost 53 pounds. Did really great with it. I am fitting in clothes that I had from high school. Don't ask me why I still have them. It's been 15 years, but I did. And I'll tell you what, putting on the jeans from high school, that was pretty amazing. My husband lost 33 pounds in the same time. But the biggest thing, more than the weight loss, we had energy. We felt good. We'd get home and our kids were getting the best us. And that was the biggest thing for us, was our kids. And they were getting the best us. That's the only way I can put it. And that was huge. Such an accomplishment for us. 3 kids in 3.5 years is tough. Not only on you, but on a marriage and everything. And this just gave us the energy and the kind of the know-how, I guess, to put into it what we needed to put into it. So a few months in, I decided I'd start coaching, pay it forward, and loving that, helping people and having a ton of fun. So just overall program is fantastic, and it works. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, awesome. I love it, Kara. And you look amazing. You just look amazing. But not only that, but you can just tell how happy you guys are. Like you were saying, just being happy parents and feeling good and feeling top-notch as parents. It's been important for Derek and I too. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, so our next speaker is going to be Sean, who has a different perspective, coming from being a dad, from being a dad, and, those 2 in his life, his wife and his son, those were important to him. And I met Sean through a health challenge I hosted with the city of Jefferson. He's an awesome employee there. And I met him at that time, and he decided just to take control of his life, and boom, look at him, down over 100 pounds. And he's been doing fantastic. And so he's just going to share his story from his perspective, you know, being a dad, being a husband. So Sean, are you on to share your story?
Yep.
Awesome. Give us the lowdown.
Well, it's just it's a really good program. I've been on it probably a little over a year and a half or so. Started with trying to lose weight with just going to the gym. Lost about 40 pounds going to the Healthplex. And then I got to where I couldn't lose any more weight. So we had the health challenge at work. Laura come in and did a 6-week health challenge, and I lost 22 pounds on that. So then she decided, you know, anybody that wanted to stay with the health challenge could. So I decided to stay with it. And then after about, 18 months or so, I'm down to 40 pounds I lost on my own, and then probably 110 I've lost through Take Shape for Life. So it's just, you know, it really works. Went from a size 54 pants down to a 40. Just feeling a lot better. Doing more things with family and friends. It's just, it really works. It's just made it a lot easier for me in life to do more things on weekends and evenings. My self-esteem has been a lot better than it's ever been. Being a health coach is very rewarding, helping other people. It's really been good for me. I'm just not really a big outgoing person with a lot about my feelings and stuff, but it's really helped me a lot. It's just a really good program. I hope everybody gets on it. It really helps a lot. Just not, I don't express my feelings as much as a lot of other people do. It's just the way I am. I don't do a lot on Facebook and emailing and that kind of thing, but it is a really good program, and I really feel a lot better than I've felt in a long time.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, Sean. I mean, and you don't have to do all those things, because basically you're like a walking billboard of optimal health. I mean, look at you, you know, and that in itself, you know, speaks 1,000 words in itself. I mean, you've come so far, and, you know, hearing about how you spend time with your son and the things that you're able to do with him, you know, that's what really matters. And so I'm just really happy for you and how far you've come. You should be proud.
Oh yeah. I am very proud. It just the way I feel, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it just, you know, I'm just, like I said, I'm not as voices of most people are, but it definitely works. And I hope there's other people out there that's online that wants to join the program, because it works.
Right. It does. Well, thank you so much, Sean, for sharing your story. I appreciate it. We loved hearing it. Thank you. Okay. So he's awesome. Okay. All right. So moving on. If I get my slideshow to work here. Okay. So the third component that I talked about is community. All right. And this is what I'm talking about. We have it here tonight, is the community of having everybody. When I say community, I'm talking not only just, you know, the community of Jeff City. The community of Jeff City area is great, but just having each other on this path of health. Okay, we've got stuff like this, you know, where we can celebrate each other every now and then. We've got a secret Facebook page that everybody loves, because you know, everybody loves social media. So, you know, we can get on there, post our struggles, post our successes. I remember when May posted a picture of all the clothes she was taking to Goodwill, because she's cleaning out her closet. You know, that's inspirational. You know, people need to see that. And so, you know, we post awesome recipes that we're all enjoying, and just have that community. Whenever you have that community around you, you feel like you can conquer the world. because you have other people in it with you. So yeah, Take Shape for Life has great community. Not only do we have a secret Facebook page, but we do a lot of team coaching, and just coaching together, like May was saying. She feels like she's got like a whole team of coaches behind her. And then we have our dietitians on hand for special things. We've got a behavioral specialist on hand. So there's just so much available to you and so much support that it just feels amazing. So going into that, talking about community, my next speaker is Caroline, and she's amazing because she started the program through community. I actually hosted a 6-week online health challenge similar to Zoom like this, and she joined it, and we're all on Zoom together every week working on different things, and I met her through that. And she actually lives just like right down the road. I mean, I could literally walk to her house in like 2 minutes. So it's kind of funny that she's sitting right over there. But anyway, so I'd like for her to come on tonight and share her story. She's only been on program just a few months. Caroline, let me see if you can unmute yourself. If you can unmute yourself, I will help you. Okay, you're unmuted. But yeah, I just want to introduce her. She's only been on program a few months. She's come so far, over 30 pounds down. Look at her. She looks like a hottie. But anyway, Caroline, share with us how things have changed for you, because you have a crazy job. You can explain that, and like how it's been for you.
Hi, everyone. I know when Laura first approached me about doing this, I was a little bit nervous because I'm not at the end of my journey here. I'm really just at the beginning. But I saw Laura was hosting one of these online programs, and it was just, I knew it was going to be a weekly thing that I knew. My husband and I kind of talked about it, and I wanted to devote at least that time to feeling better. I've always struggled with my weight my whole life. I've done a lot of different programs. And I've got a 4.5-year-old. After I had Aiden, we discovered that I had some thyroid. I had some thyroid issues, and I've just recently been diagnosed with celiac. So I had a lot of issues going on with my health that was really preventing me from feeling good and being the mom and the wife that I really wanted to be. So I started the Take Shape for Life, and I loved it. The supplements, I've done a all supplement diet before. I couldn't do it. This program is different because I have the community. I have Kristen and Laura pretty much at my beck and call, which is awesome. Anytime that I am just needing, a little bit of push or encouragement, I can reach out immediately to them. I know I've got my parents online. I see them right there. And I know they've been excited just to see that I've been able to find something that's really working. As Laura was saying, I have a really stressful and very hectic job. And so there are a lot of days where it's really hard for me to dedicate, the hours that I was having to put in at the gym to lose weight. And so what this program's really allowed me to do is get into this fat burning zone, to feel satisfied and to lose weight. And so it allows me to kind of do these baby steps. It's like, okay, I've met, my goal this week, or whatever will be just a couple more pounds or 10 pounds or 20 pounds or now 30 pounds so that I can start being more active, but it's not killing me not to get to the gym. So I like that a lot. Another big thing for me is just, like I was saying, baby steps, what Laura was talking about on the program. She was giving us 2 kind of different types of workout plans, one of which was just take a few extra steps a day, make it a little bit more each day. It wasn't as overwhelming as thinking, I have all of this weight to lose, and I'm never going to lose it if I can't do an hour workout a day, because I know that that's hard and that's not always realistic. So I like that a lot, just getting more active and doing that. And then the other big thing that always stuck out in my mind is the water, just kind of increasing that. It was, I think one of the things that stuck out in my mind, drink it as much as you can, whenever you can. And so it's those goals that have really kept me going and kept me pushing. And now I can't wait. We're taking a family trip to the Smokies in September. We're going to be doing a lot of hiking, and taking Aiden for the first time to an amusement park. And so I'm really excited, hoping that we have a fantastic time. And I know with me losing the weight, even Brian had noticed this in the last week, my energy is just so much better. And so it helps in every area of my life. At work, I have more energy. At home, I have more time to spend with Aiden and with Brian. And I love it. It's easy. I can do it, and I can fit it in with no matter how hectic things get.
Awesome. Good. I can't wait to see what comes up for you too in your future. You've come so far in such a short amount of time, and just think this is just the beginning. You have the whole rest of your life too yet. And to be there for Aiden and be a healthy mom and healthy wife, I mean, it's great. So I'm so happy for you. Hugs from down the street. Thanks, girl, for sharing. I appreciate it. We love hearing it. All right. Okay, so moving on. Our next component that I want to talk about is meal planning, okay? Because that's what's most important. It really is meal planning. It's all about your nutrition, okay? So like you heard Sean saying that he used to go work out all the time and try to get it off. That was how I was too. I would try to like get in the gym and bust butt like for hours, and then go home and chop my little carrots, and nothing was happening. I just struggled. And I really didn't know about good nutrition. So what we do is just work with you on setting you up on a meal plan, okay, that works for you to make sure that you're fueling your body. Get away from thinking about, calories and fat and carb and all that nonsense, but just learn how to fuel your body. So basically, if you would like to eat every 3 hours, if you could eat every 3 hours and just drink your water, that's basically the key, okay? But it needs to be the right type of fueling. So what we do is just work with you on, what's your day look like? Is it, whether you work with, medical professions or teachers or this and that, everybody's day is different. So we really sit down with you and say, okay, what's your day look like? What's your lifestyle like right now? You have kiddos? Are you married? Are you single? And just really set you up on a good meal plan that works for you, so that you're fueling your body every 2 to 3 hours, okay? And we have so many different options for that, and that's what makes this great, because you can have a personalized meal plan just for you. For me, if you're wondering, like, how did all these people lose this weight, or what did you do, Laura? How did you lose 50 pounds? For me, getting in 6 meals a day, if you would have told me that 4 years ago, I was just like, I can barely figure out what to even put on the table for dinner, let alone plan out all these little meals and make sure they're proportioned right, and make sure I have them with me. What if I forget them? Or what if I go out of town? Or what if the weekend comes? And I don't know about you guys, but like on Sundays, I don't want to be in the kitchen all day prepping all the stuff. Like to me, family day is Sunday is family day. It's centered around family. So anyway, so what I did whenever I had started program was my coach was like, well, listen, what if I provided you some of your healthy meals for the day, just to help take that load off of you, all right? And then you focus on prepping one meal, lean protein and vegetables. I said, okay, I can handle that. I can handle that. I can handle that at first. And that's what I did at first. She just helped me out. She helped provide me with some healthy meals, make it simple for me so I could get through my day, working 60 hours a week. And, I lost 7 pounds my first week. And then, boom, 3 months later, I was down 40. And that, honestly, I didn't even work out for a second at that time, because I was still working and I didn't have any time. I wasn't even getting home till like after 8 o'clock. So I focused on good nutrition. And then after that, I really took on weightlifting and running, and I changed my goals. Your goals are always changing, whether it's weight loss, fitness, healthy mind, healthy finances, what we're going to talk about in a little bit. But so what's great is that we will set you up on your own individual meal plan. And you've probably been wondering too this whole time, like, okay, you've got these health coach, you got a health coach, you got this community and these tools and this meal planning. Like, this probably all costs a fortune. Like, what are we talking, $500 or something? Well, guess what? No, it's all free. The only thing that you're in charge of is your healthy groceries, all right? You have to feed yourself. Everybody has to feed themselves every single day. So depending on what works for you and your budget, what we're going to do is help set you up so that you're eating good, healthy meals each day, and that you're moving forward with whatever your health goals are, okay? So our next thing that we want to talk about, or our next story, I should say, is April, all right? So this girl, I tell you what, she works a crazy schedule too. She's working at the News Tribune, and she is slammed. She's slammed with that. But even still, she's really able to change her life and take control of her health because of the program. All these different components. She just hopped on, taking advantage of all the different tools she had, and help her move forward. And now she's down over 40 pounds. Look at her. She looks like a whole new woman. Now, hold on, April. I will help you unmute yourself.
I think I got it.
You did it. You did it. Awesome. So,
Yay.
April, share with us your story and how life is different for you now and utilizing all those different tools on program.
So my journey started probably with weight gain after 3 pregnancies. I have 2 children, but I've gone through 3 pregnancies. With each child, there was weight gain, and it never, of course, with a lot of women, never completely went away. So I just felt like I got heavier and heavier. I got more depressed the heavier I got. I wasn't happy with my body physically, and so mentally I wasn't feeling the way I needed to feel. I tried a couple different things on my own, and had never really been taught a healthy way to eat or cook. So I decided to try Weight Watchers, and that worked for me, sort of, in a sense that, yes, I lost the weight with Weight Watchers, but it wasn't something that I was able to do and continue with in my lifestyle. I gained the weight back and actually lost it again and gained it back again. So this is actually the 3rd time that I have had to lose 40 pounds. So I am thrilled that Laura came up in my news feed on Facebook, because I was tired of Weight Watchers and counting points and trying to figure out what I could eat and what I couldn't eat, and I didn't have time to sit in a meeting every week, and it just felt like a room full of strangers to me. Nobody really I ever got to know, and I didn't really participate much. So I wasn't looking forward to doing that again. And honestly, I wasn't willing to do that again. And so when Laura posted something in on Facebook, her one of her clients had lost their weight, and I was like, wow, that's what I need to do, and that's what I want to do. And so I contacted Laura, and she put me on program. It has been so simple. It's just almost scary. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm like, there's got to be more to this, rather than what there is, because my life is very hectic. I work, of course, full time, and try to keep a house and my son going. He's got disabilities, and so it is pretty stressful at times for me, and I catch myself chasing my tail, so to speak. But with Take Shape for Life, the convenience I have with it, and being able to eat 6 meals a day, I never feel hungry, which is the best feeling ever. Not to feel like I'm ever deprived or missing out. I don't like to cook, so I'm glad to not have to cook very often. And Take Shape for Life has not only helped me lose the weight that I wanted to lose, I actually feel a part of this community that Laura talks about. It's a feeling of more than community, but family and friends, and you want to reach out to people that your immediate family and friends, or people that that you want to help, or that they want to help, or that they want to lose weight, but they don't know how, and you want to help them. And so it's something that is easy to share, and I want to spread it like wildfire. People are a little hesitant. They're like, they've never heard of it or this or that. But if you can just take a leap of faith and join us men and women, you just surely won't be sorry, because the results are there, and it's just an amazing program, not only for weight loss, but mentally, and the trilogy that Laura has talked about. So
Awesome. Thank you, April.
You're
You've done
welcome.
so great. And she has actually started helping people herself over these last few weeks and is out there impacting so many lives and just doing fantastic. So thank you, April. And you look
Sure.
awesome. You look
Thank
hot.
you.
You look so good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so just a few more things. We have one more story to share. But before we get to our last story, I just want to touch on the other two components of your trilogy. The second is healthy mind. So we talked about the healthy body, how to get yourself healthy, with taking advantage of all those tools, getting on your good, healthy meal plan, fueling your body, drinking your water. All right. So that can be taken care of. Then you've got your second component, healthy mind. All right. So if you were to score yourself on healthy mind, 1 to 10, 10 being the best, where would you say you are with just having happiness, fulfillment, something of purpose, that rewarding feeling? Like, how's your job right now? Are you loving it, or are you cringing when you think about it? When Monday morning comes, you're like, ugh, Monday's here. How are you feeling in your life as a whole with your healthy mind? All right. And score yourself on that. Score yourself on that real quick. And so what we do as coaches is we walk in and say, okay, where are you struggling? Are you struggling with balance? Or, a lot of times I hear people, they're like, I have no balance in my life at all. I'm all over the place. I'm not organized. I'm horrible with my time management. So then I'm stressed out. And so what we can do is come in and see, okay, what can we do to help tweak this with your healthy mind to help balance it? Okay. And then the next component is healthy finances. And that's important for you. So if you were to score yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you score yourself on that? Now, when I say healthy finances, I'm talking about, just having abundance, or maybe just living, are you living paycheck to paycheck right now? Are you struggling? Are you struggling to make ends meet? Maybe you want to pay off some debt. Maybe you got that debt lingering, in the back of your mind that you want to get rid of, or just having freedom, to do what you want, whether it's just going out to dinner, or, that was a big thing for me, and I even told Derek, my husband, I'm like, I just want to go out to dinner and not have to think about it. Oh, can we even afford this? Can we even go? Stuff like that, or just maybe taking your family on a trip, whatever it is. And whatever you're struggling with, as coaches, we can come in and say, okay, how can we make this better to where you do have that fulfillment, okay? So my next story, and this is just a chart I kind of stuck in there to kind of see how people are struggling these days. And they are, it's crazy. Less than 21% had savings to cover for emergencies. Isn't that crazy? So people are just, the society and the way some people are living, they're just really struggling. But there can be a way out of it. It's not the end of your life. There can be a way out of it. So our last story for tonight, and again, thank you to everybody that shared your stories tonight. Our last story is a special friend, Julie. I'm so happy that she came into my life and was seeking better health, because, look at her now. She's down over 100 pounds as well. And she has just really grown her life and really grown with her trilogy. Look at that smile on her face and her little hot dress. She's come so far, but now she's able to do things that she was never able to do before, like working on the farm with her husband now, being out there, having energy. And just this last weekend, look at her rocking that swimming suit. Just her confidence has just shown through. But not only that, up here, she's happier. She's more fulfilled, and her trilogy of finances is better. Just everything, Take Shape for Life was able to help her through a rough time with her and her husband, and just she's really has grown her trilogy, and she's a pure example of that. So Julie, if you can come on and share your story of your transformation that you've been through.
Hi, everybody. I am feeling super inspired right now by all of these wonderful stories. They're so amazing and they're so awesome. So for me, my story all began at the beginning of 2015. I was at my wit's end, and I was coming home from work every night, sitting down in the chair, completely exhausted. I was not even making supper. So we were going out to dinner, or we were ordering in every single night, or if I was cooking, it was convenience food because I just didn't have the energy. And I attributed that to my multiple sclerosis and my hypothyroidism, and I was like, oh, it's just part of my disease process. So I was scrolling through Facebook one day, and I saw that my awesome friend Emily Meldrum, who's on here with us tonight, had lost a lot of weight. And I asked her, I said, Emily, I'm like, oh my gosh, you look so good. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, well, I have a health coach, and I'm doing an optimal health program. And I'm like, okay, tell me more. Well, she wouldn't tell me more. Instead, she said, let me connect you with my health coach, Laura. And I said, okay. I said, what do I have to lose except some weight? So I talked to Laura, and that night I told her just what I said about the coming home being dead tired. I was so miserable. I wouldn't be in family photos anymore. So the picture of me in the pink shirt, that is a family photo, and I hate that photo. And when Laura said, I'm going to use this photo, I'm like, okay. I'm like, I hate it. It's hanging in my hallway, and it actually has a note that my mother wrote to us actually covering the picture because I don't like it. So I was stepping aside and saying, you know, I'll take the picture, or I don't need to be in this picture. And we capture a lot of our memories through photos in my family. So I felt like I was really letting my family down. And on top of that, my husband and I were not sure if we're going to be able to have children because of my multiple sclerosis. And we don't know. So the nieces and nephews that we have in our family are very important to us. And I want to spend a lot of time with them. They'd say, Aunt Julie, come play with us. And I'd look at them and I'd say, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't feel good and I'm too tired. So I felt like I was letting them down too. So after I talked to Laura, she said, Julie, what if I told you that I could assist you with all of these things? And I told her, I've tried Weight Watchers. I've tried doing Plexus. I've tried doing it on my own. I've tried working out. I've tried everything. I said, and I'm heavier than I've ever been. So in February of 2015, I started on my own journey. And I started to feel fabulous. Before I knew it, I was posting pictures on our secret Facebook page about how I had to go buy new pants because the ones I was wearing to work were going to be around my ankles, and how embarrassing that would have been if that would have happened. And not only that, but my own mother, I was holding one of my nieces, and we were standing at the back of church, and my mom walked up the stairs, and she's like, oh, hi, Natalie. And I'm like, hi, Mom. And she's like, oh my gosh, Julie, I didn't even recognize you. And she felt so bad. And I said, it's all right, Mom. I think it's hilarious. And so she says now that she's had to get to know a whole new person, because I've never been like this before in my entire life. I've always been overweight since I was 5 years old. And so my life has just changed completely. So like Laura said, I'm out on the farm with my husband now. I go to work. I have a smile on my face. My coworkers actually say, I don't mean to insult you, but you're just so different. And I'm like, it's not an insult. Thank you. I feel different. And I can show that on my face. So I don't even know that I'm doing it. I'm just living it. And so that being said, Laura then contacted me and was like, hey, I think you'd make an awesome health coach. What do you think about that? And I said, you know what? I think I would love that, because as a registered nurse, I don't get to spend time with patients anymore because I work at a desk job. And I said, so yes, I want to have that relationship with people again. So that's why I became a health coach, is to inspire others and help others on the journey. And I feel amazing. And I it's a great program. Life is so different, and I love it. Every day is so different. So if you're on the fence, I would highly recommend you join us and come into our family. We would love to have you, and we'd love to continue to be your support and inspire you. So join us. Thanks for listening. Have an awesome night.
Thanks, Julie. Thank you so much. I have loved your transformation. It's just been incredible. It's so inspiring, and yes, like everyone else, you're looking great, but most importantly, feeling good. And you're inspiring so many other people out there that can feel locked in that body, like they want to. And I remember talking to you about that. You're like, I just want to get out. I don't. This isn't me. You know, I want to shed this off to just light up, just to glow and to be your true self. So thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, you looked awesome in your swimsuit, by the way. But just to end, you know, on this and all these stories that we've heard and what it is that we do and the world that we're in right now, you know, and just think to yourself, I mean, everyone should think to yourself, where are you going to be in the next 5 years? Are you currently on the path you want to be on with your health? You know, maybe you are on a program already and you're like, oh, you know, and maybe this can help you just to keep going, to keep moving forward with your health. You know, maybe this is all new to you. You know, where are you right now in your life with your health, time with your family, having balance, having financial freedom? You know, are you making a difference in the world? That kind of bothered me, honestly, when I was engineering, because I'd sit at that office every day in that cubicle and be like, wow, this is it. This is my life. I mean, I didn't feel like I had anything of purpose, and it bothered me a lot. And who would have thought by me taking the first step on my own health journey would have changed all that? But anyway, just ask yourself, are you on your path? And if you're not, then reach out to the person that invited you on here, okay? Or connect with your health coach and say, I feel I got the spark to keep going. I'm ready. Let's set some new goals. Wherever you're at on your journey, reach out to the person that invited you to be on tonight, connect with them, and keep pushing forward. Or maybe you are brand new to this, feel free to comment. We have like a little chat box. You can see everybody chit-chatting with each other. You can chat in there and say, yes, I would love to set up an appointment. I would love to connect with someone to learn more about this, okay? And we can connect you with an awesome coach. You know, if you're, you know, maybe you just saw this on Facebook and you just wanted to check it out and you're not even sure who to connect with, just say yes. Just comment in the comments and say, yes, set me up. All right. And we'll make sure to get in contact with you. But yeah, and just, you know, thank you so much for me and this PowerPoint. I'm so sorry. I keep clicking. It's not going. Okay. There we go. Awesome. But, and just think, you can make this your best year ever. Everybody can. And I'm excited. You know, we're getting back into, you know, August is ending. And we are getting back into the routine of things. I know I have my first kindergartner, which is crazy. But August is great. You know, August is a great time to just get back in the groove. The summer chaos is over. And anyone that starts program right now or takes things pretty seriously right now can easily have 50 pounds off by Christmas. Now, wouldn't that be an awesome Christmas present to yourself, right? And then you just cruise right on into 2017. Living top notch. So hopefully everyone enjoyed tonight. Got a little inspiration from everybody's stories. Thanks again to everybody that shared. And yeah, and I can open it up to questions real quick before we end. I'm going to unmute everybody. So if you got craziness, you can mute yourself. But let me take it off of screen share. Awesome. Great. Does anyone have any questions real quick before we end tonight? Okay, awesome. Fantastic. Well, thanks again to everybody for coming on tonight and listening to these great stories. I just, you know, I thought it was so important to be able to hear the stories of people in our area. You know, we're all right within the same area, all this Missouri. You know, we've got some folks from Illinois, too, that are on tonight. And it just feels good to know who's around us and who's really making this happen. So thanks to everybody. Go enjoy the rest of your night. Get some good sleep tonight. I'm sorry this ran a little longer, but it was great. It was really great to hear everyone's story. So thanks again.